The project that I've been working on recently, the Faster project, being able to see the electrical capacity and where those areas are that you could easily add to, and where are the kind of higher connection costs, is incredibly useful. And I know that that's hours, weeks, months worth of work to look at those possibilities for multiple charge points. So just to have that on toggle is incredible, especially if you can then link it to local amenities to make sure that the driver experience is really good as well, that they've got something to do with their time whilst they're charging. I love how simple it is to do that. If you could compare the traffic on one particular road compared to another, and you can see that it's a much higher demand in one area, you'd obviously try to look at putting the charge point there. And it also tells you how much revenue maybe you could predict from that charger, or if indeed it might be one of those chargers that's not going to make a profit, but it's one that's important for the local authority network, just to cover all the gaps. So it's really interesting from an investment point of view, that traffic data and demand data from various sources, and then electrical capacity, but it was all done manually with a lot of separate individual records. So it's a very time-consuming process, which will obviously be very costly, and probably too costly for most local authorities on a sort of day-to-day basis. So again, this speeds that process up and cuts down the cost so much that will be really useful in the future. I think the only other thing I'd say is how user-friendly you've made it. I think it's really important. There'll be so many different users hoping to make use of it, and with various kind of backgrounds in EV infrastructure. So it's really user-friendly and intuitive, I'd say.